We've got a first look at Cable's futuristic garb in Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 is less than a year away from release, which had us thinking that production had wrapped on the sequel to the 2016 surprise hit, but lo and behold, new shots just started popping up from the film's Vancouver set featuring Josh Brolin as futuristic freedom fighter Cable. Now, as you can see from these pics, this isn't the heavily armored Cable that we've been glimpsing in the official press shots. He's stripped of weapons, armor, and even most of his clothes, forcing him to raid a military surplus store, loading up a shopping cart with guns and what appears to be a double nod to two classic Schwarzenegger movies, The Terminator and Commando. But what does any of this tell us about his role in the final film? Well, let's break it down! Spoilers! There we go. Starting with that sleek silver jumpsuit, why would a brute like Cable be rocking an outfit that you'd expect to see on the US women's gymnastics team? Well, our best guess is that the suit is actually some sort of futuristic garb, one that specifically allows him to travel to the past. And as we said, this is pretty much a nod to the classic scene in The Terminator where the T-800 first arrives in the past. But since the film probably didn't want to go full frontal Brolin, they've opted for the next best thing, a skin-tight bodysuit. Now, this also explains why he has to go on a late-night gun run. Just like the Terminator, he probably can't bring weapons back with him either. Now, of course, the most interesting part of all of this is that if we're correct, this all but confirms the time travel angle that the filmmakers have been refusing to comment on either way. In fact, back in August when asked about it, all Ryan Reynolds said is that it's possible, but now it seems like we can say it's more than just possible. Cable will be staying true to his time-traveling comic book roots. Also worth noting about that futuristic unitard he's got on, it looks like it's seen some more damage, with carbon scoring similar to what you'd see from a weapon or a blast. His left hand is greenified to be replaced with a robotic hand and post, and no, that tech on his wrist is not a sick swatch design from the distant future. It's most likely Professor, an AI that, in the comics, is embedded within Cable and helps keep his techno-organic viral infection under control. Professor also allows him to body slide through time and space, which we're guessing is what took place just before this shopping spree. Out of hair. We also see cop cars in the background of many of these shots, which has fans predicting that these are part of the Mutant Response Division. Now, we saw in previous set photo leaks vehicles with the letters DMC painted on the side, and in the comics, the Mutant Response Division was formed by the United Nations to help manage the perceived mutant threat, so DMC could be the X version of the MRD, perhaps the Department of Mutant Control. Whatever that acronym ends up standing for, these set pics pretty much confirm that we'll have a time-traveling Cable creeping around, ready to make trouble for or with Deadpool. But what do you folks think? Does this really confirm the time travel angle? Is that wrist bling really Professor? And are you excited for the inevitable X-Force spin-off? Let's discuss. And if you like this story, be sure to like and subscribe. And while you're at it, check out my new show, Bizarre States Los Angeles. Andrew Bowser and I dig into all of the weirdness that surrounds the city of angels, with new episodes up every Tuesday. You can check them out right now over at projectalpha.com. Please make sure and use the promo code BIZARRE2Rs to get 60 free days and watch this show. Thank you!